Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Oh, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. It's cool. I don't know, I think it's like 48 degrees. And you know, when you're on the beach, it's breezy, but it's not terrible, and it is so gorgeous in the sun. And we had a dreary, cloudy day yesterday, so having this bright, beautiful sun is perfect. So anyway, beautiful day at the beach. We, Karen C., who's staying with me, who some of you who come on the Zoom know because she has participated in our Zooms, and I met Karen from recreational knitting yesterday at the local yarn shop, and we had such a lovely visit. We shopped together and consulted each other. You know, we were in there quite a while, and then we sat outside on a bench and had a coffee. And you know, her husband, and I'm sorry, I've forgotten his name, dropped her off and then went to find a laundromat and then came and picked her up. And it really was a lovely, lovely visit, and we had such a good time. And she was a big help to me. She helped me pick out my yarn. If you can buy Mojo, then I've got Mojo. I'm hoping you can buy Mojo at the knitting store, because that's what I tried to do, and I'll show you what I bought. But it was really a nice visit. It was so lovely to meet Karen in person. And yeah. So unfortunately, I'm not able to do any editing or anything while I'm here, so I can't show you the picture we took. I could put it on Instagram, I guess, but whatever. I did take some video in the store while I was there, and I'll put together a little remembrance. Maybe I'll actually take some video of the beach and everything. You know me, I'm the worst. But and put something together when I get home with my editing software. But this is perfect, and nobody's out here because it's cold, but I will be staying out here. But I want to show you what I bought, because if I can buy Mojo, then I bought Mojo. If I can't buy Mojo, well, I gave it a try. So I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. Now, Knitting Addiction is in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, which is a beach resort area. I would say 75% of the yarn that she sells is cotton, or some kind of cotton blend. And I wasn't really in the market for cotton. You know, I've talked about how I don't even wear my summer sweaters. You know, I wasn't really in the market for cotton. I wasn't finding anything. And then Karen said, "Oh, I don't know, are you interested in a little sparkle?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm not opposed to sparkle." And she pointed out these yarns, and I decided to take her up on it and I put together my twists and turns, which I'm going to start this morning. Karen C., who's living with me, is a she's a beginner. She's an unconfident knitter a little bit, but I'm sure that she's going to do great. She bought yarn for a Musselburgh hat, and she has the pattern, and she bought the needles, and so I'm going to help her start on her Musselburgh hat, and she's going to discover that she's the kind of knitter she wants to be, and she shouldn't be so worried. But the other thing I'm going to teach her is magic loop. Magic loop is a life changer. She does love to use circular needles, so she bought yarn for her Musselburgh, and she brought the pattern. And she bought needles. So she's ready. So she and I are going to knit today, and I'm going to help her start her Musselburgh, and I'm going to start my twists and turns. And here are my two contrasting colors. I hope they're contrasty enough. It's hard for me to tell how they look. This is dark. Maybe I'll put them this way. They look a lot alike in the sunlight on my screen. but they are not alike. One is called violet, the other one is called, this one is called amethyst. So yeah, I don't know. I guess the sunlight makes it look brighter. It doesn't look like there's very much contrast between those two, but I think we'll see. There'll be the first clue is those chevron stripes. We'll see how it goes. And then this is my contrast color. And they're all the same yarn and they're all sparkly. This one, this is what I wanted my contrasts to be, but there was only one skein of the teal. So I decided to go this way. I have been feeling the pink lately, and so I'm kind of excited to do something really pinky and purpley, and then this is my contrast. I would have gone the other way had there been two skeins of that, I will admit. And so I had the lady at the shop skein up for clue 1. So I'm starting clue 1 today. And I told her I only needed 1 of each done because, you know, there's no way I'm going to need 2 of those while I'm here. I'm not going to finish clue 1. Ooh, and another clue comes tomorrow. We shall see. I'm way behind on my vlogs. My Vlogtober. I don't know what Rebecca's been doing. I haven't even been on Instagram that much. So once I broke, I was almost not buying anything at this yarn shop, which is a little heartbreaking. And but once I broke through and decided to go for the twists and turns and buy the yarn for the twists and turns. Oh, I could tell you about the yarn. This is, it's a Plymouth yarn. It's called Electrolyte, and it's 75% merino. Oops, I keep taking them apart. 75% merino, 20% nylon, and 5% like stellina or something, because it's glittery. So then this store has quite a few sort of big name brands. Then I kept walking past this color of gray, and it's a Cascade Heritage. It is 75-25, but I don't know if you can see these colors. I might have to do it again at home. But it's a gray. It's got a little bit of marling. I don't know. It's a little shiny looking. It just really grabbed me. Every time I walked by, I thought, you know, I don't have enough neutrals. Is that Mojo talking? I don't know. I have enough neutrals for somebody who's not friggin' knitting. Anyway, so I bought this. This is a Cascade yarn. You know, so the Plymouth yarn and the Cascade yarns were all under $20 a yarn, skein, so that was good. Then they had this yarn. This is a bamboo yarn, bamboo pop sock it's called. 55% bamboo, 37% cotton. And it's a sock yarn. And it's got an interesting, you can kind of see the twist on it is interesting. But it's bamboo, which should be pretty hard wearing. It's really soft, and they had a sock. One thing about this shop is they have a lot of these yarns knit up, and you can really see what they look like, so that's fun. So they had a sock out of this, and that sock was so luscious out of this yarn. So luscious, I'm like, okay, I'm taking one of those. So I have some bamboo socks in my future, I hope. If I don't end up knitting it, then I'm gonna send it to Quill and ask her to turn it for me or something. And then I found this, and I don't know what it was about this color. I really, really loved it. And yesterday when I went there, I was wearing my, you know, raglan the summer V sweater or whatever that I made out of that recycled yarn that I got in Barcelona years ago. And it reads like cotton. And anyway, I got this dungaree paint, it's called, and it's spun from recycled jeans. And I really love the colors, and I don't know if you can see them. Like I said, I can't really tell on my screen how this is coming up, but it's got kind of every color, green and blue, and kind of a rusty color. And anyway, I really loved it. And they had a baby sweater knit out of this, you know, because I was trying to figure out, because it feels that it's very thin. It's very thin. I mean, I suppose that's fingering, but it's very thin. And it's 95% cotton and 5% other fibers. It doesn't say what the other fibers are. I mean, if it's made out of jeans, the other fibers could be like spandex, who knows? But you know, it's a cotton. And that little baby sweater looked really good. And I was wearing my recycled sweater that the sweater I wore yesterday is like the sweater I throw on like a sweatshirt. It's comfortable against my skin. I don't have to wear a shirt underneath it. You know, if I'm chilly, I throw it on, you know. So I was wearing that, and I thought, you know, I want to make another sweater like that one. So even though it's cotton, it's a, you know, 3-season sweater. I'm going to make long sleeves. I think I won't my other one has like a V-neck. I don't even know if I'll do a V-neck. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I bought enough to make a sweater. I bought 4 of these. So that's what I bought. That's Mojo in a bag. I'm hoping, and I bought a needle for my twist and turn. I'm hoping this is Mojo in a bag, kids. But I am going to start my twists and turns today, and I hope things work out and I can help Karen start her Musselburgh hat. And so that she can get started. If we can get past the increases today, she'll be in like Flint. And I'm going to show her how to do a magic loop. And that'll be fun too. But I haven't read, I obviously know what clue 1 of the twists and turns look like, but I haven't read the pattern yet. So that's what I'm doing this morning. I did not get a chance to do any, you know, cast it on last night. I was tired by the end of the work day because Dennis and I had the food thing, and I felt like the hostess and, you know, whatever. So I'm going to step back from the bossiness, except for making sure that Aura walks when my phone goes off. I have alarms on my phone, and every time one of my alarms goes off, I mean, I set them for other things, but they're set in such a way that they're the correct timing for her to remind her to get up and walk around because she gets stiff. So anyway, so I do that. I'm the bossy daughter-in-law for that. In fact, yesterday I got annoyed because, you know, the alarm went off, and Dennis was walking past his mom. I'm like, it's time to walk. So he walked past her and told her, Barb says it's time to walk. And she's sitting at the table, that, you know, with her daughter, 2 nieces, her sister-in-law, and nobody moves. I'm like, come on, a little help. It's okay. Anyway, she was moving around and she's enjoying herself immensely, so that's good. And she's sleeping really well. I think, you know, all the activity, there's so many people here, all the activity and everything, you know, and she's a good sleeper anyway. So it's about 10:15 now. I gotta go check and make sure she's all right, because she didn't get up yet. She's not out of her room yet, so make sure that all is well in there, but she's a sound sleeper. Anyway, that's my Mojo in a bag. Those socks were so soft and yummy. I hope bamboo is as strong as I think it is, but this is called sock yarn. Oh, 55% bamboo, 37% cotton, and 8% PBT. I have no idea what PBT is. It's from the Universal Yarn Company, and the color is Morning Glory. Isn't that fun? Anyway, keep your fingers crossed. I mean, you know, that's kind of optimistic that I'm like, oh, I need neutrals. I don't need neutrals if I'm not knitting. So anyway, contrast. So I don't know if I'll contrast it with the lighter color or the darker color. I don't. Maybe you can. Maybe those two pinks look a little more different. I don't know. I think they'll be fine. I'm excited. A little pink in my life right now is good because I have been responding to pink lately. So. And who doesn't want some sparkle, right? Who doesn't want some sparkle? Okay. That's it for me. Talk, talk, talk. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully Karen and Vicky will come on my vlog. They plan to come on my vlog, and then they're never around when it's time to vlog. So, you know, there's only so much you can do as a vlogger. We'll see if they come. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.